the tipping point of 2025. We stand on the precipice of an extraordinary moment in history, a convergence of forces that will redefine our world for generations to come. This isn't just another year on the calendar, it's a threshold, but this is not a doomsday clock. This is a countdown to liftoff. It's a signal that the foundational technologies of the 21st century have reached a critical mass, moving from the lab to our lives, from theory to tangible reality. We used to wait years, even decades, for meaningful change. Progress was a slow, deliberate march, measured by the turning of seasons and the succession of generations. The Industrial Revolution unfolded over a century. The information age took 50 years to mature. Now, breakthroughs don't just arrive. They stack weekly, sometimes daily. The pace has shifted from linear to exponential. What once took a lifetime to develop can now be prototyped in a weekend. The curve isn't just rising, it's compounding. Multiple revolutions are happening at once, each feeding the others. Advances in AI accelerate discoveries in clean energy. Breakthroughs in biotechnology are powered by massive computational models. This is a cascade of progress, a symphony of innovation where the whole is far greater than the sum of its parts. Consider our homes. Just a few years ago, artificial intelligence was a novelty. In 2025, it has moved from party trick to indispensable power tool. It's no longer about asking a smart speaker for the weather, it's about augmenting our cognitive abilities. It drafts. It takes a simple idea and structures it into a coherent report, a persuasive email, or a heartfelt letter, freeing us from the tyranny of the blank page. It acts as a tireless assistant, organizing our thoughts and amplifying our voice. It designs. From logos and websites to product prototypes and architectural plans, AI has become a co-creator. It can generate 1,000 variations in the time it takes to sketch one, allowing for a level of creative exploration that was previously unimaginable. It doesn't replace the designer, it empowers them to think bigger. It translates. The barriers of language that have separated cultures for millennia are dissolving in real time. A business in Kansas can now seamlessly negotiate with a supplier in Kyoto. A student in Brazil can learn from a professor in Egypt. This isn't just about converting words, it's about connecting worlds. It tutors. Personalized education is no longer a luxury for the few. An AI mentor can adapt to any learning style, patiently explaining complex calculus or guiding a child through their first lines of code. It's quietly upgrading everyday life, making each of us more capable, more creative, and more connected. Now look at the grid. For over a century, our civilization was powered by burning finite resources. The entire system was built on scarcity, but now, clean energy and crucially its storage have crossed a critical economic threshold. The question of energy storage passed the why and hit the why not. Battery costs have plummeted by over 90% in a decade. This isn't just an incremental improvement, it's a paradigm shift. It means the sun can power our nights and the wind can power our calmest days. Energy is behaving like technology. Its price falls as its scale grows. Abundant, cheaper power means new industries. Think vertical farming in the desert, powered by solar. Think data centers running on geothermal energy. Think green hydrogen production becoming economically viable, unlocking a new fuel source for heavy industry and transport. It means new jobs, not just installing solar panels, but designing smart grids, manufacturing next-generation batteries, and engineering systems for a circular economy, a new workforce for a new energy era. And it means quieter, cleaner cities. The constant hum of combustion engines and power plants begins to fade, replaced by the silent efficiency of electric motors and decentralized energy. The air clears, not just of pollutants, but of the noise that has defined urban life for a century. In parallel, our very definition of health got personal. The 20th century model of medicine was reactive and generalized, treating populations rather than people. We are now entering an era of proactive, personalized healthcare driven by data. Diagnostics are moving from the clinic to the home. Wearable sensors continuously monitor vital signs, while simple kits allow for the early detection of biomarkers that once required a hospital visit. Your home is becoming the first line of defense for your health. This shifts the entire focus to prevention over reaction. Instead of waiting for symptoms to appear, we can now identify risks and make lifestyle adjustments long before a condition becomes chronic. It's about managing wellness, not just treating illness. And when treatment is needed, it is increasingly tuned to you, not to an average. Genomic sequencing, once a billion-dollar endeavor, is now accessible. This allows for therapies tailored to your unique genetic makeup, maximizing effectiveness while minimizing side effects. We are beginning to treat the individual, not just the disease. With these shifts in technology, work itself changed from a place to a purpose. The rigid structure of the 9-to-5 office, a relic of the industrial age, has finally broken. Hybrid stuck. The pandemic was the catalyst, but technology was the enabler. We learned that productivity isn't tied to a specific desk. The office has been redefined as a hub for collaboration and culture, not a daily requirement. As a result, teams now span time zones as easily as they once spanned cubicles. Talent is no longer geographically constrained. A startup in Idaho can hire the best engineer from Singapore, and a designer in Nigeria can work for a firm in Berlin. Work is becoming truly globalized at the individual level. If you're finding this helpful so far, drop a like. It really helps the channel grow and reach more people. In this new landscape, skill is the new degree. The 4-year diploma is no longer the only path to a successful career. Verifiable, practical skills, acquired through online courses, boot camps, and apprenticeships, are becoming the currency of the modern economy. Lifelong learning isn't a platitude. It's a professional necessity. Transportation also flipped the script. The century-long dominance of the internal combustion engine is ending. The transition to electric isn't a distant dream. It's a market reality. Electric miles multiplied, driven by longer range, better infrastructure, and falling prices. The experience of driving has been transformed, silent, smooth, and powered by an increasingly clean grid. More importantly, software now drives safety. The car has become a computer on wheels. Advanced driver assistance systems, powered by AI and an array of sensors, are making our roads safer, preventing accidents before they happen. The vehicle is no longer just a machine, it's an intelligent partner, and logistics got smarter from port to porch. The journey of a single package is now a finely orchestrated ballet of data and automation. AI optimizes routes, robots sort packages, and predictive analytics ensure that goods move with unprecedented efficiency, reducing waste and delivery times. With all this change, learning itself unlocked. The traditional, monolithic model of education is being unbundled, becoming more accessible, personalized, and continuous. Micro-courses, designed to be completed in short bursts, allow anyone to acquire new skills on their own time, whether on a lunch break or a daily commute. Learning loops are tightened with instant feedback. You no longer have to wait for a graded paper. Interactive platforms provide immediate correction and reinforcement, accelerating the learning process. And you have mentors in your pocket. AI tutors and global expert networks mean that guidance is always available. Curiosity now has fewer stop signs. If you want to learn something, the path is clearer and more accessible than ever before. This democratization of tools and knowledge meant the creator economy grew up. What started with bloggers and YouTubers has matured into a viable economic engine for millions. You don't need a gatekeeper, just a good idea and the grit to ship it. Platforms for design, manufacturing, marketing, and payment are available to anyone with an internet connection. The barrier between consumer and creator has all but vanished. But with great power comes great responsibility. As these technologies accelerated, the need for thoughtful governance finally caught up. The move fast and break things ethos of the early digital age has given way to a more mature understanding of impact. Rules are being written. Conversations about data privacy, algorithmic bias, and ethical AI are moving from academic papers to parliamentary debates and corporate boardrooms. Audits are becoming standard practice. Just as financial accounts are audited for accuracy, algorithms and systems are now being audited for fairness, safety, and transparency. Guardrails aren't buzzwords, they're seatbelts for a faster car. They don't exist to slow progress, but to ensure that we can accelerate safely, protecting individuals and society from unintended consequences. Which brings us to the most important element, you. Because a tipping point isn't an abstract historical event. It isn't a headline you read, it's a decision. It's millions of individual decisions, made every day, that accumulate into a collective shift. Here's the truth. 2025 isn't a finish line. It's not a destination we have arrived at. It's the first mile of a new marathon. It's the moment where old friction dropped away and new momentum took over. The hard part isn't starting. It's what we do with this newfound velocity. The cost to experiment is down. You can build an app, launch a product, or start a movement from your kitchen table. The tools of creation have never been more accessible. The speed to learn is up. You can master a new skill in weeks, not years. The world's knowledge is at your fingertips, waiting to be applied. That's the window. This unique confluence of low friction and high momentum. It's a window of opportunity that won't stay open forever. So ask a bigger question. Don't just ask what you can do. Ask what you can build. Don't just ask what you can learn. Ask what you can solve. Launch the small version today. Perfection is the enemy of progress. The most successful ventures of this era won't start with a grand plan. They'll start with a minimum viable product, a first draft, a single step. Use the tools you already have. Then iterate. The device in your pocket has more computing power than all of NASA in 1969. Start there. Build, measure, learn, and repeat. Teach someone what you learn. The fastest way to deepen your own understanding is to share it. In a connected world, knowledge grows when it is given away. Compound that. Compound your learning, your building, your teaching. Small, consistent efforts, amplified by technology and networks, create exponential outcomes. In a decade, people will look back and say, that's when everything shifted. They will talk about 2025 the way we talk about the birth of the internet or the dawn of the industrial age. But tipping points don't just happen. They don't push us. We push them. They are the sum of our choices, our courage, and our creativity. 0. The countdown is over. The moment is here. Welcome to the most extraordinary moment in history. Not because it's perfect, far from it, but because it's movable. The pieces are on the board, the systems are in flux, and the future is unwritten. And you are the force that moves it. The question isn't whether change is coming, it's what you will do with it. Every era has a turning point, and you're living in one. The world is changing fast, but the wise adapt faster. If this opened your eyes, hit like, drop a comment below, and subscribe to Think Too Rich, where truth meets wealth. Because the future doesn't wait for anyone. It rewards those who prepare.